Yes, hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. We have a whole lot on the show this morning, and I've got Wilfred Shando, a grassroots football expert, joining me on the show this morning. Welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV.
Thank you, Mr. Fashande. Good morning to you.
Okay, let's begin from this particular story. We start from the FCT, where we have our Flamingos, the under-17 women's team, preparing for the under-17 Women's World Cup, and in a series of friendly games they've been playing, they've been doing well. And just yesterday evening, they lost to the under-15 boys that's the Nigerian under-15 boys in a friendly game, 3-0. That game ended at a goal project at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. Yes, Coach Bankole Olowokore and his girls are preparing for the under-17 World Cup. And these are a series of the warm-up games they've been having, and they lost to the under-15 boys, that's Nigerian under-15 boys side, 3-0 in that game. And it was all, let me say, a way to get them prepared, know their lapses, but losing that game, we know it's a preparatory game for them.
Yes, Mr. Fash, you've said it all. Games like that, events like that are actually, avenue to test run the strength of the team, and also to, be able to pinpoint some weaknesses in the team, rather than, experiencing, it at the competition stage. So I think the coach was able to see what the team is lacking and what the team's strength is. So for me, I think it was a beautiful, test of run for them.
Okay, it was a good one, a good test for these girls who will want to show what they are made of, the stuff they are made of when the competition starts proper. The last edition in India, Nigeria came back home with the bronze medal, but this time around, Coach Bankole Olowokere wants to take it a step further, precisely coming back, becoming the first African team to win the Under-17 Women's World Cup. We've done it multiple times in the men's edition, that is Under-17 Men's World Cup. We've at least won it more than any other country in the world, and we are looking forward to see that our guests get it right this time around. All right, moving ahead on the show, we'll go straight to the Super Eagles camp in Uyo. Before we look at the big story in that camp, we'll start with this because all of the players are preparing. We know what happened in Côte d'Ivoire just during the FIFA 2026 World Cup qualifier, but this time around, we want to get it right. Now, Maduka Okoye, the returning goalkeeper to the Super Eagles, says we are prepared. Maduka Okoye talking tough, a goalkeeper with Udinese in the Italian Serie A. This guy was nailed as in 2 Nations Cups ago, the previous Nations Cup, because of our performance. And this time around, the guy wants to right wrongs. We have 3 good goalkeepers in the camp.
It's a very good one for us. It's a very good one for the team. For the Austin Eguavon led Super Eagles. Because that would bring a stiff competition amongst the goalkeepers. And for Maduka Okoye, it's one talent that his potentials have never been in doubt. Just that he came from a different culture. From that of Africa, and then he needed just more time to understand how it works down here, how sometimes impatient the fans can be, and also find grow the mindset of trying to accommodate our our angers and our expressions whenever the results don't go our expected ways. But then in terms of quality and as far as the ongoing season in Serie A is concerned, I think he has been so consistent and he's got a lot to add to the team. And whoever the coach decides to choose between Maduka Okoye and Stanley Wabali, I think it's going to be a very good one for us.
Okay, looking at that goalkeeping position, I think we've been crying for quite some time now since Vincent Yamal left the Super Eagles, retired internationally, and as in retired from football. We've not really had that as in we've not really have that compatibility, that stability in between the sticks for the Super Eagles. Now we have Amos Obasoge, a goalkeeper with Bendel Insurance, Stanley Nwabali, who plies his trade, Cheetahs United in South Africa, and now Maduka Okoye. Do you look at these three goalkeepers as at least one of them we have seen what Nwabali did at the Nations Cup. Maduka Okoye has started this. He ended the season on a high note and has started the season very well with Udinese in Italy. And Amos Obasoge himself was fantastic for Bendel Insurance last season, two seasons ago, where he kept about 10 clean sheets for Bendel Insurance. So, looking at these three goalkeepers, from your own point of view, have we really found that stability in between the sticks?
The three goalkeepers are quite, high standard, goalies. They're all good. They've done incredibly well in their various respective clubs. Amos Obasoge, has done well for Benin Insurance, as well as Stanley Nwabali for Cheetahs and, Maduka Okoye for Udinese. Casio in Italian Serie A. But then this is it. A good goalkeeper is as good as his defense line. So I hope the coach is also not just relying solely on the goalkeeping department, but also to stabilize our defense line to ensure that they serve a cover-up to the goalkeeper to enable him, study the game, properly, so that when it's time for save, he has a straightforward mind, to go for the ball.
Okay, we will still talk about Austin Ugwavom precisely on the show. Let's move to the next story. You can see that video on the screen. Victor Osimhen, they said, let me use this Nigerian language, big masquerade, is in town. We can say Victor Osimhen is a big masquerade, but we have bigger masquerades also in the Super Eagles. But for Victor Osimhen, he arrived camp yesterday and it was all bubbling and a good one for the Super Eagles. Shiando, we know what has happened for the past months now, because since last season, Victor Osimhen made it clear that he was going to be leaving Napoli. He was supposed to leave at the end of the season where they won the Scudetto, but they tied him and gave him a renewed contract, and we saw what happened to him last season and all the transfer saga issue and what we have. But right now, he's in the Super Eagles, he's with the team.
Very good one for the Super Eagles. And for Victor Osimhen, I think all I can say is I'm very happy for him, because he has had a very tough moment in the recent time, considering his stance with his team, which is Napoli, and then the transfer saga, big money move to Dubai, and Chelsea transfer rumor, everything, fell through. So it was quite a traumatizing moment for him, I must say. But then thank God that he has put everything behind, and here Gala came for him at the platter of gold. And trust me, when you talk about passion, you talk about good atmosphere, healthy atmosphere for a big striker like Victor Osimhen, to show what he's got. Trust me, he can always count on Gala. So finally, he's in the squad in the Super Eagles, and I think he has been an incredible, striker for the team. He's done very well for us. He's going to be a very good addition to the team, and he created a lot of panic to the Benin Cheetahs. So his inclusion in the team, his arrival to the camp has boosted a lot of morale for the entire team, and for the fans as well.
Okay, now if we look at Victor Osimhen, now we've got all our strikers in that team. Those the strikers invited, Taiwo Uni is there, Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Osimhen joining yesterday, Victor Boniface and co. If Ugwavom is going to pick, who do you think he should start with?
As I always say this, the strength of a team does not always rely on the quality of players, but also the technical ability of knowing who to choose, the formation to deploy at a particular given time, and if the coach feels that he's going to go for 4-3-3, why not have Victor Boniface, Samuel Chukwueze, and Victor Osimhen as well? But if he decides to go for any other formation, it's up to him. But trust me, all we just want to see at the end of the day is give Nigerians a run for their money, let the fans enjoy beautiful football, and in the end, let's have the 3 points. That's much more important.
Okay, Victor Osimhen coming back to the Super Eagles after what happened, the story, we all know the story. Finidi George, Victor Osimhen, and some of those the outburst, I believe, contributed to the transfer saga issue. And NFF didn't say anything about it, but immediately his name was mentioned in this squad, and somebody said, okay, NFF did well by inviting him to actually give him that cover. But NFF not issuing any statement concerning Victor Osimhen and Finidi George. Do you think it was a good one? NFF kept mum over it.
I wouldn't have much to say about that because these are critical issues that sometimes they need a behind closed door, resolution. So I don't know what must have happened, what how far the federation has gone to resolve or give a listening ear to both Victor Osimhen and legendary Finidi George to arrive at a certain maybe compromise that, okay, look, Finidi, you know what, you're a legend. This boy may have disrespected you, but then this is how sometimes these things happen. It is football, but you have to put behind it because it's like a son to you, it's like a son to us, and we have to draw his ears and ensure that these things don't repeat again.
Okay, that's a good one coming in from the NFF. And I actually want to praise the move of the NFF by inviting Victor Osimhen for this particular qualifiers is also just to give him that confidence. At least when they say there's an adage, when you beat a child with your right hand, you use the left hand to bring him closer and give him a pat on the back, and that is what it is with Victor Osimhen. Moving ahead on the show, the Cheetahs of Benin Republic also arrived just the way Victor Osimhen joined the Super Eagles team. They also arrived to Uyo yesterday, full of life with Genetroa. This team, the Cheetahs, against the Eagles, and the Cheetahs also landed in Uyo, just like our own Victor Osimhen.
We must be wary of Ganeroa. This one man coming to a familiar terrain. He's been with us for a long time. He understands the team, and most of the players, majority of the players in the Super Eagles squad have actually played under him. So he's got a lot of understanding of how the players play and how they move. So we have to be wary of him. But notwithstanding, I mean, this is football. Anything can happen.
Okay, anything can happen. Now for Benin Republic, someone said they were coming with confidence after what they did to us in the World Cup qualifiers in Cote d'Ivoire. 2-1, that game ended after Dele Bashiru gave us the lead. Now, from the body language of the Super Eagles team and the crop of players we have in the camp now, how far do you think the Cheetahs can go 90 minutes against the Super Eagles at the Godswill Akapabio International Stadium?
You see, what I always tend to disagree is when it comes to the caliber of players. I don't always want to hear that because we've always had players, as far as the Nigerian Super Eagles is concerned. The thing is, are the players mentally prepared? Are they mentally motivated? Are they ready? Is the environment, the atmosphere in the camp healthy enough for them to come out and give Nigerians what they want? That is the question we should be asking ourselves. But for quality, we have a lot of individual qualities do not necessarily count, but playing collectively as a team and playing in synergy count most, and then also the technical ability. So how far and how good are these guys enjoying Austin Eguavon's tactics? What is it going to bring new to the team that we make these guys to acclimatize to it, to understand that this is the pattern we have to come into the pitch of play and play. This is the question we should be asking ourselves.
Okay, now let's stay with this Austin Eguavon and Genetroa. Genetroa has coached this team. Austin Eguavon was also there when Genetroa was with Nigeria. He has always been our technical director, the TD of this NFF, as for the Super Eagles. Now, if we want to go back antecedents, Austin Eguavon has not really had that success with the Super Eagles. Now, he's going to be assisted by Fidelis Ilechukwu and Coach Daniel Ogumodede of Remo Stars. Fidelis champions with Rangers International, and Cerezo himself. Looking at the word of experience of Cerezo alongside the two of them that will be assisting him, how tactical do you think Austin Eguavon is to counter what Genetroa, a man who knows in and out of this thing?
If Eguavon truly accept listening to his assistants, taking their advice, taking their technical input, I think it's going to be something huge for the team. But who knows? I mean, he sees the head coach, he's the gaffer, he decides, you know. So if he decides not to listen to them, you know, whatever comes, you know, up at the end, it is what it is.
Okay, it is what it is. But are you confident with Austin Ogwevon? We know the whole scenarios concerning Super Eagles coach. We don't still have a coach, but this is just on interim basis. And Labadia coming, not coming, NFF didn't really do their homework in that aspect. But are you comfortable with Austin Ogwevon?
For the few times he has been, you know, giving the you know, mandate to lead the Super Eagles, I don't think he really done something convincing, you know, for us to have that trust, that 100%, you know, confidence in him. But then, you know, life is all about second chance. So I think this is another chance for him to rewrite whatever wrong or whatever, you know, below, you know, expectations performance, you know, he's done in the past. So I won't say, but I have confidence in the team, and he's part of the team. He's the gaffer, he's the head of the team, and the entire team is on the highest speed. And they know what this match means for, you know, the whole nation, for the whole Nigeria, considering the fact that the same Benin Republic upset us in Ibom. So I think we are going in there this time around. We're not just going there. Of course, we're not underdog, but we're going there as wounded lions, because I think there's a score to settle. There's a fight to finish. There's something to prove to everyone, both to the opponent and to everybody who you know, who is involved.
Okay, both everyone that is involved, we just have to get it right this time around. Right there at the Godswill Akapabio International Stadium, where we will be battling the Cheetahs of Benin Republic in match day 1 of the African Cup of Nations 2025 that will take place in Morocco. The group will have Rwanda, Libya, Nigeria, and Benin Republic. The two other teams, Libya and Rwanda, actually started on a draw note, and for the Super Eagles, if they get the win, then they will be topping the group. We just wish them well. That game will be coming up 5 p.m. on Saturday at the Godswill Akapabio International Stadium. Let's leave Uyo and go straight to Europe. Yes, one man cannot keep quiet. He cannot keep us. He cannot stop scoring and creating records. We start with this particular one. CR7, they call him. That is his initial, getting his 900 career goals in their 2-1 win against Croatia in the UEFA Nations League, their first game in the UEFA Nations League. And Ronaldo taking all the shine, coming on the scoreboard with his 900 career goal. Massive one for this man. 39 years of age. He has done everything in football.
That is quite a milestone, but you know, as far as this generation football is concerned, when you mention the name Cristiano Ronaldo, everybody knows that you're talking about a born goal scorer. You know, so he's not new to the system. He's not new to goal scoring. You know, everybody knows him, and I am personally not surprised, you know, with his achievements so far. I think he's got even more to offer. So let's just hope that he remains healthy, and you know, he keeps breaking the record.
Okay, he keeps breaking the record. Let's quickly look at the breakdown of those goals he scored. Manchester United, Real Madrid, Juventus, and for the national team, 131 for the national team, holding that record after he broke Iranian's Ali's record of 109 goals. Now he's won 39 goals for national team. No player has ever done that when it comes to football history. All right, we start with Anasa right now, where he's 68 goals in total he has scored. For Juventus, he scored 101 goals. Manchester United, 145. I think the 145, the other one came in his second missionary journey with the Reds of Manchester. Portugal, that's the national team, 131 goals. And for Real Madrid, where he scored the highest number of goals, 450 goals for Real Madrid. And Sporting CP, where his career started from, where Manchester United actually scouted him in 2003 during the UEFA Champions League meeting between Man U and Sporting CP. He scored 5 goals before moving, and in total 900 goals for Cristiano Ronaldo. All right, quickly, let's look at yesterday. There were qualifier games for the Afcon 2025. We'll have the result. Let's quickly go over those results, and also we'll look at the UEFA Nations League result. But let's take that of CAF first. We have in Group A, Tunisia beat Madagascar 1-0. For Group B, Central African Republic 3 against Lesotho, who is in Super Eagles group for the World Cup qualifier. They lost 3-1 to Central African Republic. In Group E, Algeria beat Equatorial Guinea 2-1. Ghana, of all the Black Stars of Ghana, for the first time in 20 games, more than 2 decades. Yes, more than 2 decades. Ghana lost for the first time at that Baba Yara Stadium in Ghana, 1-0 to Angola. That's the Peneka Negras of Angola. And then in Group I, Guinea-Bissau beat Eswatini 1-0. In Group K, Congo pipped South Sudan 1-0, and Malawi against Burundi. Burundi left it late to beat Burundi beat Malawi 3-2 in that game. For Ghana, quickly, they lost to Angola, and the fans went crazy. Just what we saw at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium here during the 2022 Qatar World Cup qualifier. And after they lost that game to Angola, the fans trooped into the stadium, destroying some of the things. And I think this is not healthy for African football.
That's how passionate, some of the African football fans, can be. And, football is one thing that, as I always say, that unites, everybody, regardless your, ethnicity, your religious belief, whatever, wherever you're coming from. And, when it comes to football in Africa, to be precise, fans they've always want, the best for the team they support, and then losing a game like that, an important game like that at home, to a team, considering the level, the pedigree of the Black Stars and what Angola must have brought to them, is something that, I mean, you need an extra courage and discipline to accept that defeat. So for the fans, I'm not totally in support of what they've done, but then this is football where adrenaline runs into everyone's veins, and then when it's high, it's difficult sometimes to control your emotions and reactions.
Okay, it's difficult to control your emotions. Let's quickly take the UEFA Nations League result as we are out of time. Azerbaijan lost to Sweden in Group I. That is 3-1. Estonia lost to Slovakia 1-0. Portugal beat Croatia 2-1. Ronaldo get one of those goals. San Marino getting their first win ever against Liechtenstein in that game. And then Scotland lost to Poland 3-2. After that game was 2-2. Before the end of that game, Poland had to just get all the 3 points. In Group 3, Belarus and Bulgaria played a goalless draw. Northern Ireland 2 against Luxembourg. Denmark beat Switzerland 2-0, and Serbia and Spain ended also on a goalless draw. Before we go, let's just look at this transfer story. Not transfer precisely. Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah came to extend contract at Anfield, and then Manchester United, Newcastle monitors midfielder and Rabiot, and the last one, Crystal Palace actually set 70 million price release clause on defender Mark Guehi. All right, that is where we'll be leaving it on the show. 360 Sports this morning. Thanks, Wilfred, for joining on the show.
It's always my pleasure, Mr. Fash.
Okay, that is it on the program. 360 Sports coming to your screen from Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.